welcome to CruzieTV. I'm Erica, and for those of you that are new, welcome. And if you're coming back, I'm glad that you're back. Today I have a tutorial on a tie-dye cutout shirt. Have it right here. It's super cute and easy to make. You don't have to wear it for 4th of July, but I think since it's coming up, it's the perfect time to wear it. Before we begin though, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and that'll let you know every time I put a video up. Let's get started. For today's project, you're going to need a white t-shirt, blue and red dye, water to mix with your dye colors, rubber bands, gloves to protect your hands from the dye, plastic wrap, a ruler, a white pencil or tailor's chalk, and scissors. I'm going to begin by folding the bottom part of the t-shirt in these long strips. It's kind of like if you're folding it in an accordion way or making pleats. So you're going to want to keep them as tight and close together as possible. So you're going to do it all the way across, making sure that each of the lines are exactly the same. Try your best not to bend it, or else the stripes on the shirt are not going to come out looking straight. Once you have that done, you're going to take your rubber bands and you're going to start to tie all of the bottom part together. Tie as much as you can and use as many rubber bands as you'd like, because you really want this part to be tight. If it's not tight, it's going to loosen up and the dye is not going to go on the same. Once you have the bottom part done, we're going to move on to the top. Stretch it out a little bit, making sure everything is facing the same way. I'm going to turn the t-shirt over and start with the top part. Now for this, I'm kind of scrunching it up so that when it's over, it'll have like a star effect to it, kind of like the flag is. So scrunch everything up together. You see I'm using one hand to scrunch up and hold it in place, and the other one is helping it. And I'm going to take a rubber band and start tightening everything and holding everything in place. Some parts might come undone. Just scrunch it up again and use some more rubber bands to hold it. This is what it should look like at the end, and now we're ready for the dye. So here I have my two dyes, the red and the blue. The blue is going to be for the top of the stars, and the red is going to represent the red stripes on the flag. I'm using the brand Tulip that I bought at Michael's, and I'll have a link down below for you to purchase it. It's really cool because it already comes with the powder, and all you have to do is add water to activate it. I like that this brand already comes with a dye inside, and also it tells you to fill up the water until you reach that dark line, so it's easy to know how much you have to put exactly in each bottle. So I filled it up. You can see that line is right there, and we're good to go. Make sure to secure it and close it tightly, or else you're going to have dye flying all over the place. Now give it a little shake for the water to mix, and we're ready to start. Make sure that you're using some sort of gloves to protect your hands from the dye, or else it'll really stain it. Okay, so now I'm going to start applying the dye, and you have to be careful and make sure that the dye is actually being absorbed by the t-shirt. You don't want to just add a little bit and move on. Just wait a couple seconds and make sure it's getting absorbed. Now that's done, I'm going to flip it over and do the same to the back. Now it's time to add the red dye. Remember what I said earlier, make sure that the dye is being absorbed by the t-shirt, or else it's not going to come out looking the same. I'm only going to do the dye on one side. You're going to leave the bottom part blank. Now I'm going to take a piece of plastic wrap and cover the entire t-shirt with it. I'm going to turn it over so that when it's drying, the bottom part that has the red dye on it, it's going to stay at the bottom and not kind of soak through the other side. Now let the shirt dry 6 to 8 hours or overnight if possible. Alright, now that I let the shirt absorb the dye overnight, I'm going to take these scissors and cut all the rubber bands to finally see what the shirt looks like. So you could wear the shirt like this, but I'm actually going to cut it out. I'm going to start by drawing a U shape towards the top using my tailor's chalk, so I know exactly where to cut. only going to be cutting one side and then using that cutout as a stencil to put over the next side and cut it out. That way they'll be a little bit more even. I did try the shirt on a couple of times and cut it where I needed to adjust it. So make sure you do that too. Now we're going to flip it over and work on the back. Using a ruler, you're going to draw a line straight down the middle, but only on the blue part. Now I'm going to take the ruler and I'm going to make little dots that are going to be 1.5 inches apart from each other. I'm going to do that all on this side, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Once you have your little dots drawn, you're going to make a line again all along those markings on the left and the right side. Once your lines are drawn all across your shirt, you're going to take your scissors and cut right along the lines. Now I'm going to kind of tug the shirt a little bit just so the cutout is more visible and it looks a little bit cuter. So the back is done. Now I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to show you the final step on our shirt. So I'm going to take this ruler and I'm going to mark 4.5 inches on the right side, and you're going to do the same thing on the left side. Now that I have the left and the right side marked, I'm going to use my ruler to draw a V shape down the middle. So now I'm carefully going to start cutting along those lines, but be sure that you're cutting both the front and the back part. It's going to be really difficult if you only do one side and then you're going to have to do the other. Once that's done, I'm going to pull the front part back, and I'm only going to cut along the back part of the t-shirt. You do not want to cut off the front triangle. And the final step, I'm going to cut a line right here down the middle so that I'm able to tie the shirt in the front when I'm wearing it. And now that we're done, let me show you what the shirt looks like. Alright, well that's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, I enjoy making these videos for you. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at CruzieTV. And well, that's it for today. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!